So, again, I'm delighted to have F.F. Bruce on our side. F.F. Bruce says, the famous late F.F. Bruce, Paul evidently, he says, could not contemplate immortality apart from resurrection. That's exactly right. For him, a body of some kind was essential to personality. It's all about now and then. We are living in a tent, if you like. You could call the physical body that we carry around with us our tent, our dwelling place. But we're looking for something else in the future. Down there in verse 5, it actually says something that's going to come. The whole point is here, we are now absent from Jesus because the parousia hasn't happened yet. But we're going to be present with Jesus at the parousia, as every other text says. And that's when we get a new body. So it's a contrast between the body that is very mortal now and the body that we're going to put on in the future. That's a heavenly dwelling, not because we go to heaven to get it, but it is divinely given by God. But it's all about being absent from this present body in order to be present with Jesus at the second coming in that future body. So you have to think in a linear fashion here. I just mentioned the text in Philippians where it says Paul is desiring to attain to the resurrection of the dead. Isn't that a wonderful verse in Philippians 3:11 to 14? So it all comes into place well. The Bible is a difficult book in this sense that it tempts you to get it wrong, in a sense, not tempts exactly, but tests you. It's a book that requires careful comparison verse with verse. And if you're going to only major on one verse, contradict the rest of them, you're inevitably going to get this wrong. So that's present, future. Now we don't have that body, but we're going to be with Christ with the new body. We don't want to be naked. When we're clothed, we will not be found naked. That's the one thing we don't want. That's the very thing that orthodoxy proposes, that we're going to be naked in the interim state. That's the very thing that Paul didn't want. What he's longing for is the resurrection and getting the new spiritual body. That's a body equipped with new spiritual powers in the future. In that way, we will be with Christ. No other way of being with him.